My name is Karl Warner, and you're watching my April 2025 demo reel. I am an experienced sports journalist and broadcaster based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have professional experience in many areas, including TV play-by-play broadcasting, on-camera reporting, and print reporting. I hold a bachelor's degree from the University of St. Thomas in journalism. My contact information will appear on the screen shortly and will also be in the description below. Whether you're looking for someone to play-by-play broadcast a game of football, basketball, baseball, hockey, or any other sport, I'm there. Whether you're looking for a print reporter or even a beat writer, I'm there. Or even if you're looking for your newsroom's next sports anchor or reporter. Whatever you need, I can do it for you or your organization. Now, this demo reel is a one-stop shop for everything that I do, so the video is a little lengthy. So, there will be timestamps in the description below for specific areas of my work. So, if you're only here for football play-by-play or advertisement reads or print reporting, you'll be able to skip to that spot right away. Thank you for watching, and enjoy.
Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions meet on Sunday Night Football with the highest stakes imaginable. The winner of this game gets the #1 seed in the NFC, which means they'll get to skip the wild card weekend and go straight to the divisional round, have a week off, and they'll have home games throughout the playoffs. The loser of this game will get the 5 seed in the NFC. Despite the fact that they've won 14 games, they will have to play next weekend in the wild card round, and most likely they'll have road games all the way through the playoffs. 28 combined wins for these two teams, the most ever in an NFL regular season game. One of these teams is 3 wins away from the Super Bowl, but who will it be? Amon-Ra St. Brown versus Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold versus Jared Goff, and Kevin O'Connell versus Dan Campbell. Undoubtedly, the winner of this game will instantly become the favorite to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Who will win the #1 seed in the NFC? We'll find out on Sunday Night Football, Peacock or NBC 720 Central.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. Apple Valley High School, the home of tonight's Section 3 final for boys basketball here in the state of Minnesota between the Eagan Wildcats and the Apple Valley Eagles, the home team. 7 p.m. tonight on NSPN. We will figure out which one of these teams represents Section 3 at the Target Center next Tuesday. One season will end tonight and the other will move on to the state tournament. 7 p.m. NSPN.
Another game in the life of Minnesota's youngest TV sports play-by-play announcer. A few hours before the game starts, I hit the road and make my way to Lakeville South High School in, you guessed it, Lakeville, Minnesota, the home of the South Suburban Conference Cougars. While the previous game is going on, I tape off some of the railing next to the broadcast booth to give myself and my camera operator some more breathing room. And then I head down to the court level to check out some of the action from the girls' varsity game just before mine starts. Take the stairs back up to the broadcast booth and look over my spotting board one final time as the players in the upcoming boys varsity game collect their basketballs and get ready for warm-ups. Tigers versus Cougars tonight, a rematch of last year's section semifinal. Here's a look at what our broadcast booth looked like tonight, and I'll take a second to show you my favorite clip from the game.
Cougars take a 3-point lead. Now Gant's up to 15 points. 15 for Gant, 18 for Riesler. Domeyer, make it 5 in a row! Domeyer's on fire!
It took until the late stages of the second half, but the Tigers did pull away and win this one. And after the crowd leaves, I'm able to take down all the broadcast equipment and pack it away safely and securely. Tonight was a really great game and an awesome atmosphere. Really looking forward to my next trip to Lakeville South. And hey, that's just
Championship Sunday in the NFL. 2 games and 2 spots in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship in the afternoon gives us the Washington Commanders traveling to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. A showdown between 2 NFC East teams, only the second time in the last 10 years we've had a conference championship game featuring 2 teams from the same division. Home field advantage to say the very least for Philadelphia. Will Saquon Barkley run the Eagles to the Super Bowl? Or will Washington pull the upset and make Jaden Daniels the first ever rookie quarterback to play in the Super Bowl. The night game is the AFC Championship between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. For the 6th time in the last 7 years, the Kansas City Chiefs are hosting the AFC Championship at Arrowhead. This is the 4th time that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have met in the playoffs. Allen has never beaten Mahomes in the postseason. It's time to figure out which two teams will play at the Superdome in Super Bowl 59. But hey, that's just what we call.
I will get some time with Sam, the man of the hour. So be honest with me, how much Lamar Jackson footage do you watch, and how much were you thinking about him on that 51-yard touchdown run?
Every now and then. I want to give the credit to the O-line on that one. I thought they gave me the opportunity to kind of do that. It's a little Braxton Miller spin there, but no, again, I want to throw that to the wide receivers and the O-line for blocking. Paved a great hole for me, absolutely.
So you guys have Maple Grove next week, number 2 ranked team in the state. What is the mindset as you go into this week of practice and you look forward to that one?
They have some absolutely great players. They got a great running back. They got a great O-line. They got a great defense. So it's going to be a challenge, but I think that we're up for that challenge. I think offensively we can score on anyone, and defensively we can stop anyone. So I think we have the tools to beat any team in the state. It's just can we come prepared and can we come win the game? Simple as that.
Thank you guys so much. Enjoy this one, and we are going to send this one off. Thank you for watching North Metro TV tonight as Blaine picks up a huge win over Osseo. We will see you next time for Blaine football.
We'll have 3rd and long now for the Tigers. You can't make any. This might be a little scratch if you can't score on this drive, but you can't turn it into a bullet hole. If you're Osk, you're going to have to throw the ball far here to pick up this 1st down. You'll have to get creative in some sense, but you can't do something so risky that this turns into a huge turnover or even an interception or a forced fumble. Osk runs out to the left and is immediately swarmed, gets the ball off, and there is the bullet hole. A huge interception for the Panthers, who now have their shop set up in Tiger territory. And Osk comes back to the sideline, and he knows it. Jonah doesn't make many mistakes, but that was one of them. The pressure immediately got through from the Panthers, and he probably should have just taken that sack instead of forcing a ball that he didn't necessarily have to throw.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the Luther Burnsville Hyundai broadcast booth. My name is Karl Warner, and you're watching Tiger football. Full transparency, ladies and gentlemen, it is so difficult to get a seat, to get into this stadium here in Farmington, Minnesota tonight, that our cameraman has not yet shown up for the game. He is unable so far to make it up to the press box. That's how rowdy the community is for this homecoming football game. So as we join you here tonight, we're just going to quickly preview the game. Rochester Mayo picked up a victory over Farmington last year. It was their only conference victory behind Isaiah Beal, their star running back. Now Jonah Osk and the rest of the Tigers want to change that course tonight. We will give you the keys to the game when we come back on FHS Tigers Live. Right now, this is a one-man operation.
5 seconds left to go in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back to this play, I just want you to listen to the crowd. I'm going to put my microphone out towards the bleachers, and that's going to describe to you what tonight has meant to these fans. Here we go.
Five seconds left. Spartans down by 4. Tigers trying to hold on for dear life. Peterson on the last breath. Down! Game over! Tigers win it! With a final score of 40-36, the Tigers have won both of their first 2 home games.
An incredible last offensive drive. So daring. From head coach John Piper, the decision to make the onside kick. Homecoming is going to end very sweetly for the orange and black. Welcome home, Tiger Nation. You're going to remember this one for a long time.
As we mentioned at the top, a win tonight would be the Tigers' 4th win of the year. They haven't had 4 wins in a season since 2021. And the year before that, they won 5 games in 2020. They have an opportunity to really win their last 2 games of the season here. Osk on 3rd down, keeps it. Looks for a man. Wants down the field. Defender trips. Wide open touchdown. Cole Wilczek.
Pass complete to Cole Wilczek, 36-yard touchdown.
A 36-yard touchdown. The 2nd touchdown of the year for Cole Wilczek. He had 3 last year. 3rd and a mile. It's 3rd and 20 for Osk and the Tigers. Can they add to their lead? 4 wide, 1 back. Osk is going to take it himself. He's going to run. Will he beat his man? He will. There he goes up the sideline, and Osk is going to score. Osk, and you shall receive. Jonah Osk with his first rushing touchdown of the season. It has all come down to this. 2 South Suburban teams, 1 trip to the state tournament. Only one can go to the Target Center on Tuesday. Here we go. From Apple Valley, I'm Karl Warner. You're watching NSPN. Section 3 championship in Class 4A. Egan moving the ball around early. Underneath. Hoke. Schrepfer. Back to McKenzie. Hoke once more. Schrepfer buried in the corner. Now Kemp. McKenzie threatened to go in the paint. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Egan has held the ball a while. Schrepfer, mid-range. Won't go. And the rebound by Apple Valley. Let's see what the Eagles can do on their first possession. Underneath. Using their length. In the corner. Carter. And the rebound by Egan. Scoreless here, almost 1 minute away. Barron, and a turnover going to Apple Valley across the half-court line. Kamar Young, the best player on the Eagles, headed to the rim, won't finish. Coming into tonight, the leading scorer, Kamar Young on these Eagles. One of the best players in the South Suburban. Egan's got plenty of those too. Trying to get the ball into the hands of Alex Schrepfer. Had it, and then got it poked away. Neither team has etched into the scoring column just yet. Now, Justin Cohen, one of the most dynamic players they have. Christensen. Cohen gets it back. Matched up against Schrepfer, who got the block. Underneath, can't get the lay-in. Rebound Egan, still can't score. What are we doing here? Both student sections on their feet. Nothing. 15 minutes, 52 seconds in the first half. Section final. In the corner, Christensen, and that's an air ball. Egan letting him hear it. Both of these teams allergic
to the bottom of the rim. Either of these teams just begging to get in the scoring column. On top of the arch, here's Schretfer. Easily the best player the Wildcats have. Down on the baseline. Underneath, Kemp. Finally getting the scoring underway. If you're just joining us, I'm Karl Warner, and you're watching the Section 3 Class 4A Final. State of Minnesota. Underneath the basket, nobody there. Justin Cohen in the right place at the right time. No, I'm no fire marshal, but we are crammed in here tonight. Standing room only. Kemp once again! The first dunk of the evening. (4-2). Apologies, I forget that the manual scoreboard isn't on. Going around. Christensen got it to Cohen. Parker, cross court, looking for Carter, down the baseline. Underneath with the finish. Christensen. Here's Will Barron. Got it back to McKenzie. Now Barron once more. Hoke. All the starters still out for both teams. And another turnover into the hands of the Eagles. Only one of Egan's top 7 scorers is a senior. That would be Wesley Hoke. Underneath. No foul, but got the bucket to go. 6-4, Apple Valley has their first lead of the evening. Down the baseline. And it won't go for Egan. Can Apple Valley add to their lead? Moving it around with Young. One-on-one, going off glass. Rebound by Egan. The winner of this game will play at an NBA arena next Tuesday. Apple Valley has not been to the state tournament in 7 years. Egan went last year. McKenzie, another interception for Apple Valley. Their hands are all over the place. Christensen, now the ball's in Cohen's hands. Head coach David Collier's got to love what he's seeing. Apple Valley looking to add to their lead. Young! Timeout Egan. The exact start that Apple Valley wanted. We'll be right back at the section championship.
We are the
10 seconds. Frigstad.
That's gonna do it.
dice. Matthew Foss and the Hastings Raiders have won their first playoff game in 10 years. 3,660 days. Goodbye. The streak is over. The Hastings Raiders beat the Eastview Lightning and advance to the Section 3 Class 4A semifinal on Friday night.
7 seconds. It's been 7 years, but the wait for Apple Valley is over. Champions of Section 3, the Eagles are flying back to the state tournament. Totino's got to kick it into second gear right now if they want to have a chance at getting back. Beckwith to Wilsack. Beckwith down! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Farmington, Minnesota. Boys basketball action on the way between the Prior Lake Lakers and the Farmington Tigers. Both of these teams 2 games away from the end of the regular season, and quite frankly, Prior Lake is gliding into the postseason. They've won 8 of their last 10. They're ranked 6th in the state, and they've won their last 5 in a row. Very great for them. For the Tigers,
not so much. A very different season than the one they had last year, which ended up in a trip to the state tournament. Nonetheless, the Tigers have pulled off a few home upsets this year. Maybe we'll get another one tonight up here in the Luther Burnsville Hyundai broadcast booth. So happy you're joining us on Game Time Media. Tonight, we'll bring you all the action when we come back. Almost a beautiful steal there by Johnson, who continues to hustle his way all over around the court. One of Blake Johnson's primary archetypes this season has been his outstanding hustle. Now Gunderson, using his height, nearly flew into the Tiger bench with the ball. Now Colby Thompson putting the moves on. Norbu Jempa, 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Lakers, and blocked by Gordon, but it doesn't matter because Kabi Sambru got it done. They're going to roll it in, and now the clock will start. Here's Wozni. You got to wonder if they're going to try to get it to Jempa. Wozni. It's Thompson who takes the three, and it won't go. Tigers head to the locker room, only down 4 against the number 6 ranked team in the state. Beckwith for 3. Airbally, but Helgamo kept it in. An all-effort play from the fantastic senior. A bullet pass to Domeyer, and the Tigers take the lead. The Tigers, their first lead since the early moments of the first half. You cannot count these Tigers out. All season, they've hung with some of the best teams in the state. Down the lane, into the corner, and that'll fall. Cole Brinkman, a beautiful 3. The Thompson 3 won't go, and now the rebound by Sheridan. Nearly double team, they wanted to travel. Gordon for 3! One of the longest threes of the season for Gordon. Down by only 3 points. The Tigers get a block. Marshall Gordon making plays on both ends of the court. Now Ryan Beckwith. Under 7:30 to go. In the corner. Gordon once again down. Lighting the gym on fire. Gunderson. Thompson for 3, won't hit. Rebound by Domeyer. The Tigers trying to take the lead here with 7 minutes to go. Gordon. Beckwith for 3. Bingo! Tigers taking a 3-point lead, their largest lead since the first half. Timeout, Tigers. Just over 2 minutes. And Jempa continuing to show off his skill. The lead is back to 1 possession. This is Tiger basketball going up against the Prior Lake Lakers, the number 6 ranked team in the state. The final 2 minutes here from Farmington High School. Beckwith down! Neither team takes timeout. Here we go. 18 seconds. Wozni, they got to get a bucket and fast. Prior Lake down at Farmington. In the corner, Thompson, 3 won't go. Rebound Domeyer, 7 seconds. Farmington moments away from picking up the upset win. 5 seconds to go. Moving down, Wozni gets the lay-in. And that'll do it. The Farmington Tigers pick up a top 10 victory. They win their second game in a row, and they down the number 6 ranked Prior Lake Lakers. One more game of the regular season to play on Friday night. The Tigers are red hot. Underneath the basket, getting some varsity points. How about it, Benny Fensky? The Farmington Tigers have written the final chapter of their regular season. The Tigers finish the regular season 14-12 as we get ready for the Section 1 Class 4A playoffs to begin next week. The seniors had quite the showing. Cole Wilczek honored, and this crowd really showed up for the Tigers tonight. This is the Castle Rock Bank post-game show. Thank you for joining us on FHS Tigers Live. We will be right back in Farmington.
I cannot believe the Tigers 1 minute and 50 seconds away. This is the section final, Class 2A, and Mueller is headed to the bench. The net is empty for Northfield. 5 seconds on the power play, 1:30 remaining in the game. The net is empty. Macy Mueller, all she can do from the bench now is watch. The zone is cleared. Watch out for Taylor Risch. She might get to it first. Taylor Risch scores an empty net goal, and the Tigers are on their way.
Out of the zone. Taylor Risch able to get there first. One-timed it right outside of the circle. With 1:19 left in the third period.
What a goal. What a player. Taylor Risch, her second goal of the game. Macy Mueller returns to the net. Now the Tigers are 1 minute away from the final horn. 60 seconds left in Owatonna. The Farmington fans who made the 50-minute drive down I-35 are going to get rewarded with something they haven't seen in 4 years. Chasing it down, Northfield will keep Mueller in the net. No interest in making this more exciting. 35 seconds remaining in the game. Trying to keep the shutout for Addison Moudry, and they will, at least for now. Maybe one more opportunity. You got a lot of fans out here who are pulling out their cell phones trying to get this on video.
There's always a bittersweet moment because you know one of these teams is going to the state tournament, playing the game of a lifetime.
They are giving Moudry her flowers right now.
But then on the other side, there's seniors that may not play another hockey game after tonight.
That's very true. Clearing the zone, 20 seconds. And an icing. Because why not?
This is like a football game.
Why not? Oh, man.
Just delaying the excitement right now.
And look at that Tiger bench. And look at the comparison on the Northfield bench. It is a completely different story. 16 seconds away for the South Suburban's second place finisher. 12 seconds. The Tigers are feeling it now. Farmington's fever dream season will not end tonight. Champions of Section 1, the Farmington Tigers are going back to the state tournament. Farmington's fever dream season will not end tonight. Champions of Section 1, the Farmington Tigers are going back to the state tournament!
And here comes a 2-on-1 the other way. Lily McKenzie gets the puck on the breakaway. Score!
That accurately depicts how much time is left in the period, but oh my goodness, look at this. We will have a ceremonial puck drop from Chris Kringle himself.
I was told we didn't have a ton to bring a lot on the ice, so just remember 2:30 at the Stoop for alumni if you're going. And we're getting a picture for Santa there for the ceremonial puck drop. Thank you,
Merry
Santa.
Christmas to all, and to all
a good puck drop.
And as we welcome you into the broadcast booth, we remind you that today is the coldest broadcast in the history of Hastings Community Television, the first one we've ever done in below freezing conditions, but luckily for us, we have everything we need. We have hand warmers, we have Reese's Pieces, and we have a great hockey game to watch. Let's bring you all the action from the third period.
Schneider skates to the bench in pain. And that one's flipped right up to us here in the Luther Burnsville Hyundai broadcast booth. I nearly caught that one myself. It landed about 2 feet in front of me. Tigers just skating at a completely different speed than the Flyers are. Now, remember, South Central did play on Monday night to get here, and a 2-on-0, both goal blushes, pass off, back across, and it's a double trouble strike. 2-0 Tigers. We haven't even played 3 minutes.
Kemp and Kimez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 0 outs, bases loaded, Raiders down 2. Here's Kimez. He gets hit by the pitch, and that will bring in a run. The lead is down to 1, and here comes Vanderhoff.
And that will be the end of the day for Kemp as he only faces 2 batters.
Less than 10 pitches for Kemp, and a look of disappointment on his face as he looks down. He will be brought out. He will receive applause from the Eagan faithful for his efforts. Definitely not as much applause as Lockenmeyer received, but nonetheless, his afternoon is over. 1-1 for Hendrickson. Drives that one deep into center, but underneath it is Gage. Eagan stays on top, 3-1. Coming to you next with the top of the 5th from Burnsville. 0-2 for Lundstrom. The bases are loaded, 1 out. Playoff baseball, winner 1 game away from state. Carter.
I mean, he hasn't been calling that high strike all day, so it's just that's a tough pitch.
The 2025 Major League Baseball season is here. Twins baseball is back. Minnesota plays their first 6 games on the road in St. Louis and Chicago, but you can join the Twins for their home opener on Thursday, April 3rd. Target Field's first game of the year, the Houston Astros versus the Minnesota Twins. The Twins picked up a dramatic walk-off victory against the Houston Astros in their home opener 2 years ago, and they hope to do the same thing this year. And if you don't have tickets yet, I don't know what you're doing, but you can change that right now. Secure your seats at Target Field for opening day with the link below.